Man, you said that from Jeffrey Dahmer.
Bionic Man
Murderer.
character name.
Yeah,
He ate people. Was that him?
I think so.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I didn't get to see the
I make up
show.
shit as I go.
Steve Austin, that was his name. Steve Austin. Remember when Lee Majors played Steve Austin back in the day? Listen, I'm not that old, but I'm old,
You
right?
old. You don't know what you're talking about. You
Remember the
old.
Bionic Man, where like they made things go
What
fast
did
by
the
making
sound
things go
effects from
slow.
Bionic Man though? That's what I. When once you said Bionic Man, the first thing I thought about was the sound effect when he would like break something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
But mind you, they made it look like he was going fast by making him go slow.
Whoa, yeah.
So he's
See,
moving like
that
this.
was
But
real television, baby.
you were like, yo, you see how fast he went?
That
And
shit
he's
was
going like this. He's like,
yeah.
and then they have that sound effect. You know what I mean? You're like, yo, son, he was going mad fast, son.
He was
Yo,
going so
imagination was crazy back in the 80s and 90s, bro. And that was all the reruns, you know, because I wasn't there when the original came out. But yeah, I
I don't know.
mean,
You talking mad old like he was there when the originals came out.
I really wasn't. I really wasn't. I was listen. This is how old I am. Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, original Dragon Ball started when I was 8 years old. Do the math on that, and you know exactly how old I am.
Old as fuck.
Hey,
That's crazy.
I'm listen, I'm not mad, I'm not upset. And by the way, this is the B Savage Podcast, and I am Otaku Lucifer, the brilliant Savage, and we are here with my beautiful co-host, Savage Honey and Savage Fashionista, and we're gonna just shit talk as much as we want. We're gonna talk about stuff that's going on in the world. We're gonna talk about some relationships. We're gonna talk a little bit about politics, but we're gonna talk about the ish that's going on right now in this world, and we're gonna find out what we're gonna find out, and we're gonna give our opinions on that. And if you like it, you like it, and if you don't, that's okay. Have a day. Blessings to everyone, because we don't start nothing with no one.
If it don't apply, let it fly.
Exactly. I'm very much on 50 cents. Listen, if there ain't no issue, I ain't got no issues. But if there's an issue, then we got issues.
If there's an issue, we got an issue. But if there ain't no issue, ain't no issue.
You got racks? Because I got issues.
Racks
All
on
right.
racks on racks.
So let's get started. This week has been crazy. My dad
It's
is
Tuesday.
due to expire. It might be in a month, it might be in a year,
Son,
but he's
no.
due to expire.
Expire is such the word. Like, find another phrase.
Transition, expire. Listen, you expire from this life and you transition to another one. Listen, death is not the end for me. Death is just like another thing. Like we go back. I'm a
Yeah,
big
but people
Star
are gonna
Trek
be like, "Oh
fan.
my God, he's so insensitive." He said his dad's gonna expire like a
These
gallon.
people don't know me. Do you people know me? You people don't know me. You don't care. You don't
Yeah,
care if
but
my
they're gonna
dad's dying.
definitely
Yeah, but
judge
they
you.
always have an
This nigga,
opinion.
God's
Yeah,
gonna
so let them
expire.
have an opinion. You know what? That's the thing about this world. People are so sensitive about other people's opinions. I don't mind if you have an opinion. Have your opinion. You know what I mean? Have a day. Have an opinion. Right? That's what we're here for. We're here to exchange information and feel what we feel about that information. Now, it might be right, it might be wrong, but at the end of the day, how you feel about it is how you feel about it. I can't tell you how to feel about what you feel. You know what I mean? All I can do is give you information, and what you do and how you process and internalize that information is on you. You know what I mean? But
That
aside from that, right, my dad is dying. He is expiring. He is transitioning, right? And I spent the past couple of weeks going to Ohio and spending time with him and trying to get him into a facility where he can be cared for. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, and mind you, this isn't my biological father. This is my stepfather, but he's the guy who raised me. My biological father's different. He's dope too, but I didn't get to know that until recently. But anyway, we are going to be talking about some stuff. Now, do you want to start with the last thing that you saw, honey, or no?
no, I mean, not really.
Do you know? Okay, so just so you know,
You know
for
what
me,
happens now when I see something that I like? I'm like, if I just put it here, I know it's there. Like saving it, all of that's just overdone. If I just see
Right.
it our group, I know that it's. I can scroll back up and find
True.
it.
you
Was your previous glasses were just for entertainment purposes?
don't like these? You don't like
Fashion.
my Steve Austin glasses?
Yes, but you just put on a different pair of glasses. So I'm
My
just
aeroplane
wondering.
glasses? You don't like these glasses?
Oh my
You're just jealous. You're
God, I'm
jealous.
so jealous. I'm so jealous. I don't even know what to do with myself.
But anyway, all right. So let's start with. Let me see. Okay. This is something that I saw that I wanted to share with everybody because it was like disturbing the way this was, right? What's going on in the country and when it comes to small businesses, because all of us here, we're all small business owners. Honey,
Right.
you know we're live, right? I hate it when she does that. She just goes and then she
I know
just
we're
like
live, but
leaves. Like she does this often. To you
I
guys, to the one person out
Thank
there who's watching this right
you.
now, she does
we
this
are
often. She
we
would
are
just get up.
live,
She
and
wants.
look, I have live animals. See,
Hey, no one told you to own dogs when you can
Oh.
have a cat and you can just lock
What?
them out the door. You can lock them out.
look, there she goes.
Cats suck.
Mike, what?
Yeah,
Cats are awesome.
yeah.
Dogs are awesome.
No, dogs
So
suck. I don't
she,
have to walk my
No, they
cat. I
it's
literally do not have to walk my
10
cat.
p.m.
so
Is it 10 p.m.?
you still have to
Guys,
fucking clean the damn litter.
it's
Yeah,
10
once every
p.m.
couple of days. You gotta walk them every day.
Oh, my dog.
That's the flex. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have to walk them every day. My
So.
cat, but the worst with my cat is that he
Wow.
likes to be up under me.
Oh,
The
Because you're
spot.
allergic.
Yeah, I'm allergic, but yeah, that's the worst I have to deal with. You know what I mean?
You try to breathe.
Yeah, but no, I could. It's weird, right? Because with the other cat that my wife had, and my cats, I had them for so long that I like almost became immune to it, unless they were like right on top of me.
Hmm.
But
that's true.
this
Because when
one,
your
like I
cat,
pet him, I stroke him, and there's like no reaction.
well, when your cat and when you and your wife got together, I was allergic to your cat, but I wasn't allergic to her cat. Because
Yeah,
I
my
remember
well, she was a
when your cat,
calico.
I was like, I can't even go to your house anymore because now you have two cats.
I
Listen,
know, right?
Ali Wishes was a alley cat, and she was the most beautiful calico. And if those of you out there who don't know, calicos are just like cats with that are like all the
Another
colors.
nasty ass cat.
And she had green eyes, and she was beautiful,
Hate cats.
gorgeous,
Cats
and her
suck.
face had like all the colors. It was crazy. She was beautiful. But anyway, we're gonna get started on this first one because this first one's kind of crazy. Um,
Wait, you said you had a question to ask me, and you wanted to ask me. You want to wait until I don't
so the question I wanted to ask you is like, now that you're single, are you not regretting divorce, but are you at this point where you want another relationship?
know.
Because you've been single for a while now.
I have been single for a while. This year makes 8 years of my singledom. Isn't that
Singledom.
amazing?
Ooh.
So you became single
Ooh.
when the granddad from Porn Stars died. That's crazy.
Okay.
It's a weird connection. My brain works funny.
Get out of here.
Mhm.
No, I am not in a place where I want a relationship because the problem would be that I'm not available physically when I like
Right,
see
like
I
you have
told you
no
something.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, so men are like children. If I don't have the time, they would definitely
It won't
be
work
upset. Yeah, they'd be upset and
unless they're that much busy as well.
busy.
Like,
Yeah, I would have to find somebody that matches my busy, which is very rare because my busy is ridiculous. Um, so no, I don't have any regrets because since in my singledom, I make more money. I I travel way more.
you
Send my
live and
kids.
laugh.
Yeah. So I don't miss anything at all. And if if it was companionship, singledom doesn't come with sex, less sex. It actually comes with more. So
Wait, please repeat that last part. Singledom doesn't come with what?
Doesn't come with less sex. So
No, you know what? Singledom, you're absolutely right. Singledom does come with more sex, but to me, from my personal experience, it comes with less connection.
I don't need a connection.
But I know you don't really fucking need connection when you're busy.
You know what's crazy is that
I don't need it.
I can't speak for other men, right? Because I personally don't feel like I'm one of those men. You know what I mean? But when it comes to the whole wanting to be connected and wanting to have a partner, I'd rather have that than a whole bunch of like sex with people I don't care about. Can't hear you.
What happened? The dog muted you.
I unmuted you.
She did.
Oh, you
because
did.
She came and put her face on the thing. Stop. I'm not there. I'm not there where I'm like, I just want a connection.
You just want a connection. Are you making fun of the fact that of people who want like real connections in relationships?
I am not making fun. However,
that's what it sounds like to me.
I'm not
Petty.
I'm just saying, I don't.
That's not being petty. It's just like that's not what you're looking for.
That was too much of a fucking connection at that point. I had children, very connected. Yes, I'm connected.
So do you feel? Listen, as a divorcee, and we're both divorcees, right? As a divorcee, do you feel
that we get married?
That well, you never getting married. We already know that. You for the streets. It's all right.
Yo,
you for the streets. Not even the streets. You for the streets. I'm playing. You know I love you.
Fashionistas not for the streets.
She rubbing her nose. She mad. She mad. She rubbing her nose. No, but nah. Listen. As a divorcee, I know that I went through a period where I was like, and Fashionista can tell you, I was running through them, like running through them, right? And I know everybody who's been in like a long-term relationship, they go through that phase when they're no longer in a relationship where it's like you just boom, 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 right? You got mad at me a couple of shows ago when I said that it was like I compared women to like band-aids, right? But it's the same thing with both genders, right? Like women have the same thing. They run through men, and then when they find that one dude that they're like, oh no, oh yo, like I could, I'm gonna stop that bullshit and I'm gonna do this because like you for real, for real. Are you at that point where like you're craving that, or do you even want that?
You know what's crazy? I think because I'm like the antichrist of it.
Did you just call yourself the antichrist?
Yeah. So the problem
is. Wait.
My dog wants to be in the video so bad.
Let him in the video. It's okay.
Yes, but she won't. Look, okay. But then
sit.
Stop. Yeah. So
it's so freaking cute.
Her eyes are glowing like Cujo.
The problem is no. Get off the couch. The problem is because I'm the antichrist, I think what's happening with the people that I deal with, they want more of a connection. So they court me. They like, it's nice. They vacation me. They like, and I'm like, nice. Like by accident, I think. Look, tell me to laugh. Yeah, this is what I'm dealing with. Yeah. And this is why I don't record upstairs.
He's telling you don't talk too much.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, bro.
Would you please get
He's
down?
like, they don't need to know that. I see it, but they don't need to know that.
Don't tell what this is. Okay, I won't tell. Oh my God, Gaga, you're scratching me. Get down.
So that's gonna be like an edit. She was just fighting with her dog.
Yes, I'm not fighting. Now I'm fighting.
She's not fighting.
I'm not okay. You're not fighting, but whatever.
She won't sit down. What was I just saying? Oh, so I think I get the like it works out for me. Like the moments that I feel like, oh, maybe I want to like a little cuddle, but I ask for those things. So I feel like in the start of my non-connected relationships, depending on the time frame, we renegotiate our contracts. And they all start like, we don't have no contract. I'm like, there's definitely an unspoken contract. And we have to figure out what we want and what we don't want. So
Right.
if they, because I'm grown, like I'm not. There's no. Ted, you told me to let her sit up here now, and this is what's happening.
Well, tell her to sit. It's a girl or boy.
It's a girl.
Tell her to sit.
Sorry, I had to get parental. See? Why would I need companionship? I got a fucking 120-pound dog. She's my companion who loves me so much. But yeah, so when we renegotiate contracts, then we can talk about like if I really like you a little bit, then we can see each other once a week. That's either going out to eat, I can get a cuddle if I want. It's a renegotiation. That's it. Some people I don't ever renegotiate my contracts with them because they have to stay exactly where they are at arm's length.
So I'm fighting to go into Kevin Samuels mode. If this thing with Riverside don't work out, we definitely need to move to TikTok. You know why? Because we could do lives on TikTok. Listen, we could do lives on TikTok, and it's free too, and it records for free, and then we could download it and then like upload it wherever we want.
By my dog online.
Don't care. And Fashionista, she's already a moderator on the TikTok live. So I can make you another moderator. So if people come in and they want to chat with us, you could say yes or you could say no.
I don't even know what that means.
So when you go live on TikTok, other people can join your lives and you can allow them to join your lives for free. Instead of us.
They do it on Instagram too, right?
I don't know. Like the lives that I've done on Instagram has just been by myself, and it was like after the election with Kamala when she lost, but she technically didn't lose, but whatever. And they were like really savage, except for like a handful of people, because it was like a lot of Trumpsters coming on trying to be like, oh, he's the best president ever. Do you know, segue? Do you know that Trump at 12:01 tonight, he's going to impose 104% tariff on China? Discuss.
How much?
104%.
104%. What kind of bullshit?
Do you know
ever again
of the top two countries that we're in debt to? China is number 2. Discuss.
I know. I thought it was number 1.
Yeah,
Japan.
Japan. Both Asian countries, we owe them money, and then you want to tax them 104%, or just?
I know. Like,
wait. You know why? Because he raised the tariff to 34%, and he expected China to like take a knee, and China.
No one does he not realize Canada just said last week, "Good luck, all of you," because we're when where was it? Michigan, New York, and Ohio.
Yeah, I think so. All the stuff on the border, all the states. Yeah.
So they're not gonna have power. What's your game plan, sir? Because no one's backing down. No one is backing down. Like, I don't understand his bullying tactic. It's not working. You can bully the old white men in the United States, and they're like, "Oh no, Trump's not doing anything bad." People are looking at their investments. Our money is dwindling out of our IRA accounts, and this.
You know who flipped out? I'm going to do a video later on tonight about this. You ever heard of Barstool Sports?
Yes.
Okay, so the owner, that guy, right? He was a big Trumpster, right? Like a couple of days ago, maybe like 5-6 days ago, he was on like TikTok complaining about how he lost $7 million in one day.
That's what I'm saying. It's a negative at this point. I think most of my IRA accounts are like negative 15%. That's crazy. So instead of me, just for say roundabout, if I'm supposed to have like $24,000 to $25,000, I'm now at like 18, which is very minuscule compared to billions and millions of dollars. But for us thousandaires, we need all of our thousandaires to be where they need to
3,000
be.
years. I know. You
Yeah.
going into George Jefferson. I know you old enough for that one. Don't play with me.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's crazy. And it's crazy that now he's messing with people's money. So all of a sudden, his supporters are going to start.
I know. Now
Start.
they're gonna care.
Start. They already have. Yo,
I know.
Ben Shapiro. That's the guy that I always forget his name. The Jewish dude that's always on. You know, the little mousy like Jewish dude, right? Excuse me. He talked against Trump. What's her name? Candace Owens
Mhm.
was just like, I can't. Theo Vaughn was like, yo, what's his name? What's the English dude? What's the British dude? That has his own show. I can't remember the guy's name right now.
Guy?
No, white guy. He's a British dude that has his own show, and he was a Trumpster.
I don't know.
I can't remember his name. Right? Nick Fuentes, right? Which was like he was like a neo-Nazi, right? He's against Trump. Like he's just like, what the hell just happened? Like all of them are turning against him. You know what I mean?
Because
You know,
messing with their money.
Because it's the money. Okay, there's a comedian named Dulce Sloan, right? She's from like the Jon Stewart camp, right? Like she comes from where Trevor Noah comes from, right? Like that whole camp, right? She went and said something that was so profound. She was just like, white people ain't never do nothing to help black people out just cause, right?
Oh.
Every time white people helped out black people, it was because somebody fucked with their money.
Exactly.
She was just like, so if you want
Abraham Lincoln, she was like, everybody thought Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, exactly. That's her. That's Dulce Sloan. Yeah.
Like for against slavery, he wasn't. They were messing with his money. So it's like
they were messing with his money. Exactly. Yeah, she was like, yo, we gotta free the fucking slaves because they fucking with our money. And that's what it is. So she was just like, if you want change, you gotta make sure you fuck with their money. Because when you fuck with their money, they be like, yo, this shit need to change because they fucking up my shit.
So
you know what I mean? And that's
he's helping himself at this point.
Yeah, KK.
Does he think he's helping himself? Because he's fucking with the church's money. And those are his people.
I didn't even. Oh, you mean the white Christian evangelists? Those people? Kenneth Copeland?
That's just the saying. But I'm just saying, like, when I say he's messing with the church's money, he's now messing with his congregation. Like, his folks are losing money.
Oh, okay. That's what you mean. Because you got to realize, I used to be a youth minister. so when you say the church, I'm thinking Catholic, and I'm like, he definitely not fucking with their money because he get up real quick. Like, trust me, he not fucking with their money. But
no,
he, like if it's like the white Christian evangelists and shit like that, he fucking with their money definitely. He's not messing with Vatican money though. I can guarantee you that much. He's not messing with that money. But if he did, it'd be a short day for him. It'd be a short day in the life of Donald Trump. Trust.
So he's messing with their money. They ain't gonna be upset. They're not gonna like, oh, Trump. Like, Trump, get your ass together because you're fucking up our shit.
Yeah, agreed. And I think that's what's happening. I think a lot of these millionaires and these billionaires, they're like, wait a second, this is not what we signed up for. We signed up for a lot more.
Everything is being taxed. Everything for the regular people. The increase is about to go up for everything. I said I should have bought a car this month before all the tariffs apply because it started this month, so that means next month is when it starts to.
It's gonna kick in. No, listen. 12. If you didn't buy, listen, I'm telling you right now. If you did not buy a car by 12:01 a.m., you are fucked. You understand? Because most of the parts of many cars, regardless of whether it's American made or not, come from China.
Yeah.
Right? That 104% tariff that he's look, they had a whole congressional hearing about this shit where they're talking to people and on the congressional floor, you had the dude saying, well, you know who they taxed? They taxed Australia. How are you going to tax? They taxed Australia, right? This is the crazy shit. How are you going to tax Australia when we have a free trade agreement with Australia. They taxed Australia. They taxing everybody, right? They're like, tariffs aren't taxes, bitch. Yes, a tariff is a fucking tax. It is a tax. And at the end of the day, you as the consumer end up paying for that tax.
Yeah.
Let's continue. Right? They tariffed Australia. Australia is not only a NATO ally. We're not only in a free trade agreement with them, but Australia is one of our longest standing allies. And what he did is he taxed them. And in the congressional hearing, the congressman was talking to the guy who was on Trump's administration. And the guy was just like, well, they're not doing what we're saying. We want them, they're not letting us like handle like the pork and the beef the way we want them to. And I'm like, because the pork and the beef in the United States is poison.
Right.
Monsanto has a stranglehold on the agriculture industry in the United States. So Monsanto is like, they're doing all this GMO stuff. They're doing all these injections in cattle and pigs, right? Australia doesn't have that. Australia banned Monsanto. Australia, listen, United States is one of two countries, I believe, that banned Monsanto, right? Monsanto now, in my opinion, is trying to infiltrate places like Australia that banned them by saying, hey, this new president is okaying everything. And if you don't do what he says, he's going to tariff you, right? And I'm like, wait a second. Their beef and their pork and their meat has no type of chemicals in it. Do you know what they do to the bovine, to the cattle in this country? They inject a lot of the cattle in this country to produce milk faster and to grow faster. So, they have even the chickens, right? They have a lot of the meat products that we consume, right? Grow at an exponential rate within 6 months, right?
Yeah.
So a natural process for these animals is anywhere between 2 to 6 years. They're like, that's going to take too long. So they inject them with chemicals that's going to make them grow a lot faster in a shorter amount of time. So they can then slaughter those animals and get them out to market quicker. Oh, she's so cute, right? But the problem is Australia is like, we don't do that. We don't want that. You understand? We don't want to poison our own people, because what ends up happening is those chemicals that they put into those animals, we end up, as people ingesting them, we end up getting cancer, we end up getting diabetes, we end up getting high blood pressure and all this other stuff from consuming all that stuff.
Yeah.
So why would you go and tax? You got 3 muggles?
I have 3 different dogs.
Okay. The small ones are cute. The big one gotta go.
No way. The big one is the cutest.
The big one will be with me forever. The little ones I could get rid of. They get on my damn nerves.
The big one is the cutest.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just finished watching a video right before we all logged in of this administration trying to activate the martial law on the 20th, which is crazy to me because
that's what I heard too. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I have one of the videos up for that. I'm sorry.
What's happening right now for us to even for it to be instated? I mean, whatever it's supposed to be.
That is a great segue into the video. Let's go. Let me find.
Of course, it's gonna be like on 420. Like, really?
Wait, that's what I was saying. I was like, so I can't say
the most people. I know, like.
And the crazy thing is, you know what 420 is? 420 is Hitler's birthday.
Oh yeah, it is.
Whose birthday?
Hitler.
Oh.
It's his birthday. Supposedly,
and then it was God's birthday.
It may or may not be Yeshua's birthday. I hate saying Jesus because that's not his real name.
Okay.
It may or may not be his birthday.
Right.
But they celebrate his resurrection on that day. Supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was supposed to happen, yeah.
Yeah. And 420 is 420 for all our tokers out there.
Yes.
420 is 420. You know what it is.
Because then I could grill, lay in my hammock. That's my only day off.
I feel like that's my second birthday.
Yeah.
I love 420. Listen, we had a 420 when we used to hang out, Fashionista. We had we had like all day just blazing.
That's my plan for that weekend. I'm gonna just do nothing and lay in my backyard with a bottle, not a glass, but I'm gonna drink a bottle.
But I'm like, all this shit. I'm like, do we still have to pay rent? Is a question.
It's a question, right?
We do. We're gonna start right now. Hold on.
Like, what the fuck?
We're doing the screen share. Hold on. It's the TikTok. She's not one of my mutuals, but I wish she would follow me. Let's go. I don't know what I just did.
I see the screen. You see it?
Yeah, but it's like frozen.
No, it's not frozen.
What the hell?
420. Yay for me. 3. It's also the day Trump will.
Oh, we got to restart. What the hell just happened?
I really need y'all to stop and just listen for a second, especially Black people. So April 20th is significant for a couple of things. 1 is Jesus' birthday, the resurrection. 2, it's 420. Yay for me. 3, it's also the day to invoke the Insurrection Act of 1807. Now, if you don't know what the Insurrection Act is, let me tell you what it is. It's an act that was passed in 1807 that gives the president the right to deploy American troops on American soil against Americans with no checks and balances from the governors or the mayors of those cities. See, while we were crying about Trump getting off on January 20th, he was in the back signing an executive order. Now, this executive order wanted to declare a state of emergency at the border, the southern border, which gave the Department of Defense and the Department of Homeland Security 90 days to get their shit together and to report back to Trump to let him know if it was okay to invoke the Insurrection Act. Now, let's think about it like this. Got J.D. Vance, who would do anything for Trump. Got Pete Hegseth. Baby, that's a hot mess. And all the other minions Trump has put in place to serve him. This act will go through. And if you're saying to yourself, man, this shit would never happen. Remember in 2020 when George Floyd was unalive and everybody took to the street? Trumpy wanted to invoke the Insurrection Act then, but he had everybody in office that told him no, he could not deploy the U.S. military on civilians. So instead, he got the goddamn National Guard to do. He pushed everybody out the way and took a damn photo op in front of a church. And he was really pissed off that he could not invoke that act. Now, I've seen several videos on this matter. They're all saying they're going to use the protest on April 5th as an excuse to invoke this act. They've also said that J.D. Vance and President Trump and everybody else has gone down there and did photo ops at the southern border for no reason. When the Insurrection Act is invoked, every city, every major city is going to be under attack. They will be able to arrest people. Yes, the military will be able to arrest them. Governors and mayors won't be able to say shit. The news stations will only be able to report what they are told to report. And civilians like us are going to be the main targets. Yes, Black people. The protests on April 5th were really, really, really peaceful. Why? Because there were no Black people leading the charge, especially Black women. But if this Insurrection Act is invoked, more than likely our people will be out in those streets because now we're living under a dictatorship. And the only thing we can do right now is making sure our representatives know what the fuck is going on, asking CNN, MSNBC, Midas Touch, and everybody else to start reporting on this shit before it happens. We literally have less than 2 weeks before Trump tries to invoke this shit and may get away with it. That is basically martial law. And Trump has done everything he can to make sure this shit follows through. We need to be calling our local representatives. We need to be calling the news stations. We need to be making sure they're aware and they're reporting on this shit and not hiding under their goddamn tables. And Black people, we need to prepare to keep our head on the swivel because we know if we're outside, we are going to be enemy number one. And last but not least, guess what April 20th is? It's also Hitler's birthday. Kind of ironic, ain't it? We've got God, we've got Hitler, hell, we've got 420, and we have a dictatorship on the way. Make America great again.
Who did you wave? Well, I know the video I saw, it was like, and they're gonna come, and if they know you purchased the gun, they're gonna come and remove guns. The guy was like, bury it in your backyard. What? Why would I bury my gun in my backyard? I have to shoot them.
Facts. Listen.
Like, do you have Because what happens under martial law? Like, I need to look it up now. See, I told you I go down rabbit holes. Now tonight I'm gonna be up trying to read all on martial law. But this is absolutely crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. It's ridiculous. It's scary.
Definitely.
It's so. I'm telling you, there's so
It's
many.
egregious.
Yeah, at this point in our lives, we can't even just wait 4 years anymore. Like, my
No,
kid
not
said,
even. You know
"Why
why?
can't I be like Anne Frank and hide in someone's attic because I'm a gay black woman?" I'm like,
You're not
that's
gay. You're bisexual. It's
no.
different.
I said my daughter.
Oh,
She's gay, and she likes girls. But
wait.
She will.
What happened to Jason?
Sir, where you been?
Evidently not here, because I thought, you know what? Have a day. We'll talk about that later. That's family. That's family business.
That's family
What the
business.
fuck? We'll talk about that later. Go ahead. Say what you got to say, sis.
But that's it. My daughter, if my daughter at 26 feels like she has to go hide in an attic like Anne Frank, sounds crazy to me. Crazy, because she is a 26-year-old African American lesbian, and that's how she feels. And now we're all gonna be hiding in fucking attics because martial law. I'm like, I can stop paying my mortgage? And I let
That's
my
why I'm
credit
like,
go?
what the fuck is gonna happen? Like, do we still have to pay these fucking bills? Can I
Like,
use the
do
money I have
rules
now, like
no
just to
longer
like
apply?
the fuck?
We have so many questions. I wish we had like more followers because
It's
I
just
would hope
so
somebody
scary
watches.
because like my
Yo,
dreams that I
anyone
used
out
to
there?
have,
Finish your thoughts, sis. I'm sorry.
the dreams that I used to have,
About the apocalypse?
something like that, and like just hearing all this, I'm like,
And you know what's funny?
please.
You know what's really funny? What's really apropos? What's really meta is that Trump is doing this tax shit. All this shit is happening, and they announced that he's going to do the whole martial law shit. And you know what just dropped today on Hulu? The final season of The Handmaid's Tale.
I need to
So-
watch it. I've never watched it.
So, Fashionista, honey, if you don't know, The Handmaid's Tale was written by, I believe her name is Margaret Atwood,
Mhm.
and it was this woman who, in the 1970s or 80s, had this vision, like Octavia Butler, who wrote the parable of, I forgot the parable of the sower, I think it was, right? But the Handmaid's Tale and that book, they were like similar, right? Where it was this future where America was taken over by somebody who was charismatic and someone who really didn't care for the people, and he kind of handed over the power of the people over to like industry, and it became this society where women had no rights unless they were married to a man with power. Yeah, it was that, right? So you guys need to,
my husband now.
yeah, you know what I mean. And what's happening right now is they have something called I think it's called the Save Act, right? Where women can't vote if they're married and they don't have the same last name that's on their birth certificate. Yeah. So if you're a woman and you're married and your last name doesn't match your birth certificate, they're trying to pass a law where you can't vote. Right? That's literally Handmaid's Tale shit. That's literally parable of a sower's shit. You know what I mean? So that's what they're trying to do. And it was outlined in Project 2025. Like I didn't read the whole thing because it's 900 and something pages, but I read up to like maybe 300 and some pages, and I'm like, yo, this is fucking crazy. And if even half of this shit is implemented, we are screwed. We're fucked.
Forget we're the black and brown people. Where are all the elected officials? That's all I want to know. Like, we voted for you guys.
Listen, besides Jasmine Crockett and AOC, I don't know where the fuck they are. You know what I mean? And what's her name from Katie, what's her name from California, right? Those three are like the biggest three. I haven't heard even from Omar, right? Ilhan Omar, like that chick, like from Minnesota. I haven't heard from her. But those three are the ones that I've heard from like the most, where like they're standing up saying, yo, we gotta do shit. But Jasmine Crockett has been like on business.
Oh, I
to the point where she's getting death threats.
To hear her talk. She gives me every tickle of my soul when I hear her talk. Because I'm like, get them, sis. But there's no one else.
Jasmine Crockett makes me want to go and run for
office, right? Me too. I was thinking the same thing. Like, I feel like I could go into politics.
Yes, because if somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene is in politics, motherfucker, I could definitely run for politics. I went to a parochial school. I went to one of the best parochial schools in New York City. Don't fuck with me. Like, I know my shit. You understand what I'm saying? So,
to one of the best public schools in New York City.
You don't want to deal with me. I went to Cardinal Hayes, bro. Don't. Not on no level.
I have a question. Do you know when does the Real ID take in effect?
Real ID is already in effect. What are you talking?
Is it?
May.
Yeah.
May.
No, I think it's in May. Yeah.
7, May 27th, May something. I could Google it.
The Real ID, you mean on your license?
Yeah.
When is it? There's like a deadline at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, where you have to sign up for it?
I don't know, because I'm starting to think about it. I'm like, wait, like.
No, my wife already has it.
No, I know, but there's a deadline.
Oh, that you have to have it before that time?
Yeah.
Well, I already got my passport, so I don't need it.
I know that's good for you. Asking.
Get your Real ID or get your passport.
That's why there's a deadline.
Don't know. Real ID is an identification on your driver's license that works like a passport that allows you to travel internationally. So if you have a Real ID and it has like a, ¿cómo se dice? Estrella. It has a star. It has a star on it, right? So it lets you, with that star on your driver's license, it allows you to travel like you already have a passport.
Yeah, May 7th in all states.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely we need to get that. But next when we get to the next thing, because we got like 18 minutes left, we actually spoke about stuff that I wanted to speak about. So I'm very, very happy. So do you guys want to talk about the sexual vampire, or do women lie to their girlfriends to reduce competition, or ladies, is she lying? Because we already talked about the 420 martial law.
Ladies, is she lying?
You want to talk about that? Ladies, is she lying?
I think that's close, right? I saw that.
What's your age?
Mine, 38.
43. And how long you been together?
Okay, I got it.
Like 5 years, though.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, no, it does. It was like 10 years, yeah.
But being that you're 38 and you're 42, is this relationship...
How is that still playing when I literally just stopped it from playing?
I'm playing it on my phone.
Why are you playing on your phone? Turn it off. I'm about to play it on here. You fucking me up, bro. Don't do that. Oh my God. You are a...
I can be ready.
You are a vampire.
I was ready. Damn.
No, I didn't ask you to play that. You know what? Do you want my job? Do you want my job? All right, here we go.
Trying to stay up.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Mine, 38.
43. And how long you been together? 5 months. I feel like 5 years, though.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, no, it does. It was like 10 years, but yeah.
But being that you're 38 and you're 42, is this relationship leading towards marriage, or is it just for the long haul?
I would answer, I would hope it is, because, yeah, I do love him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm proposing to her soon. She changed my life.
Yeah.
She changed my life, literally. The way she loved me is way different than any other woman ever loved me. It's not about money, and I'm very successful. I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur. So it ain't about money. It's not about luxury. It's not about none of that. She loved me for me.
So being that you're the breadwinner as a man, does that mean that you pay for everything in this relationship?
I pay for everything. It ain't no 50-50.
Sometimes I pay for stuff. I pay for a meal now and then.
There and there, she may pay for
But he
something,
pays
but
for everything. I think he should. He's my husband.
it's not all about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a better position. So I'm going to pay for the majority of the things. Like, if she had it, she'd do the same thing. You know what I mean? So,
100%.
you know.
Yeah.
So if God forbid you lost everything today, you would come in and step up, or?
Yes, 100% I'd still be there and pay for everything. Yeah, of course. I love him. I didn't care if he's broke. I would never care. Maybe at first I would have, because I wanted to go into a relationship with someone quite successful, so I do well myself. But like, no, I don't give a damn if he lost everything. I love him so much, yeah.
What's your age?
I say bullshit.
You call bullshit?
Her last
Bullshit.
boyfriend paid for the titties and that ass. So
Wait. What did you just say?
I said her last boyfriend paid for that titties and that ass.
Her last boyfriend pays for
Yes.
those titties and that ass. That's what you just said.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what she
Let
said.
that black man not have any money and wasn't making a 7 figure, as he says, so say whatever.
Yeah.
7
bullshit.
figures.
She would not be there.
Well, I mean, she said it in the beginning. She was like, no. In the beginning, no. But after, I mean, of course.
So she's a gold digger. So you think she fell in love with him, not for him, but she fell in love with the money, and then falling in love with him came later? Mind you, it's only been 5 months.
5 months.
I know.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, I loved my wife, and this is how I knew I loved my wife, right? I said to one of the guys who was in the party, in the wedding party, I was like, I love Laura, right? And he looked at me, he was like, you love her? And I was just like, I thought to myself, because I said it before I realized what I said. I was like, I love her. And I was just like, he was like, you love her for real? I was like, yeah, I do, right? That was like 2 months into knowing her, 3 months.
No.
Right? You may not believe it, but that's what was said, right? So it can happen, right? And you know how I know it's real? Because 10 years plus later, who's still together with 2 babies? Say something crazy now. Say something crazy now, sis. Go ahead. Say it.
Neither one of you had a pot to piss in, went to throw it out.
Excuse you?
I said neither one of you had a pot to piss in or went to throw it out of 10, 11 years ago. So it was equal playing ground. If you were a 6-figure nigga or she was a 6-figure bitch, neither one of you, somebody would be like, I don't think I like you that much. Because guess what? Everybody, look at Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was the funniest looking ass man ever. Then he got a little bit of money and fixed it. A little bit of money made him
Jamie
look a little
Foxx?
bit
Listen,
years.
Listen, I am not. Jamie Foxx is an attractive man, no homo, right? But
Now,
no.
what was that movie? I mean,
Listen, it would have made more sense if you said Jay-Z. It makes way more sense.
All look the same. The only difference, because these men didn't have surgeries or anything. The only difference is their money. They only look nicer. They only look more.
I'm gonna ask a real question. Listen. I personally don't think I look better than Jamie Foxx, and I was pulling them, and I had zero cash. Well, no, I had a little cash, but they didn't know that, right? They didn't know that, right? So I'm gonna ask Fashionista, right? Jay-Z or Jamie Foxx? I'll wait because I already know the answer.
I mean, who?
Jay-Z or Jamie Foxx? Which one looks better?
I mean, of course, Jamie Foxx.
Okay, then. So what you talking?
Yeah, they both have their own look of funny looking. Go take pictures of them when they first started to where they are now. And
Listen,
guess what?
there is no
Only
universe.
evolution
There is no
is their
universe.
is their tax
There is
bracket.
zero universe where Jay-Z looks better than Jamie Foxx. And I'm a man, right? I'm not attracted to men, but just
Jamie Foxx
aesthetically.
sure don't have Beyonce.
But why did he have Beyonce? So that's something different, right? Because now it's you bring it in the. I'm gonna tell you why right now, right? That's like a Humphrey Bogart type of swag, right? Humphrey Bogart. If you watch old,
and Jay-Z had a financial fucking agreement.
let me make something
Look how
straight to
funny
you,
that
right?
fucking
I'm gonna make
is.
something
I
very
love
very
Jay-Z.
clear to you, right? Humphrey Bogart from back in the day. This is the dude who was in a movie called The Maltese Falcon and Casablanca, right? Very famous actor. This man was not attractive at all, but he was pulling them. Why? Because Humphrey Bogart has swag, right? I've spoken to. You don't even want to test me on this one. I've dealt with literally hundreds of women who all said the same thing. If he might not look that good, but if he's confident, he dresses well, he smells good, and he handles himself the right way, he's attractive. You pick him over the attractive.
The icing on the cake is the 7 fucking figures, because all of a sudden
the cherry on the cake is the 7 figures. The cherry on the cake is the 7 figures, because dude could be a thousandaire and still look ugly, but he got that swag. I've seen it with my own eyes in real time, bro.
When I go on vacation, the thing I love to do the most is lay by the pool or lay on the beach the opposite direction. Like not facing the ocean, but the opposite direction. You know why? I get such a chuckle out of all these unkept, unhealthy, rounded ass men, and they have these gorgeous ass women, titties, ass, snatched to the gods. Do you honestly think that these women are with them because they have swagger?
No, I'm not talking about those. I'm not talking about those niggas. I'm not talking about them in any
just
regard.
A video of 2 people.
My dude, I'm not listening. I, as a man, I know for a fact I am not the most attractive man on the fucking planet. Trust when I say that. But the amount of women that I've been able to pull who are fucking attractive, I'm talking about drop dead gorgeous, had nothing to do with money I had in the bank, because these bitches didn't know I had money in the bank.
Because women, we're silly. We are the silliest.
Nigga, listen, it's one or the other. How you gonna switch up and be like, yo, it's because they have money? Oh, wait a second. Okay, you're not that attractive and you don't have money, but you still putting it down. How? Right? Listen, and I literally had like super attractive women. I am talking about traffic stopping pretty women who literally stop traffic, right? Who say to me, oh, you're so charming, and you don't even realize it. You're being charming now. You're talking sweet to me, and it's not because you're trying to get into my pants. That's just who you are. Why? Because when you have a man who understands what a woman wants, right? Women flock to that type of man. Listen, women are very, very simple. I've told you guys this before, and you know this in your heart to be true. Every woman wants to feel like she's beautiful. Everyone. Every single woman wants to feel like she's beautiful. What?
I said that doesn't apply. That doesn't apply.
That doesn't apply to who? That applies to every single. Even gay women. Listen, even gay women want to feel beautiful. I saw a video.
Feeling beautiful is not attached to what value of a man makes you feel beautiful. That's crazy.
No, I'm not saying that. But if you get a man that understands that every woman wants to feel beautiful and taps into the fact that they want to feel beautiful and he makes them feel beautiful, a woman melts. Trust. Because I've done it in real time. I've done it. And these women are just like, wait a second. 2 seconds ago, I can't stand you. Excuse you?
I said, I'm glad I'm not one of those women, because none of that shit moves me.
No, you
entertain me.
You're alpha female. That's different. You're a different species. You're a different breed. Still, trust. I can handle you.
Walk in a room with leggings and a t-shirt and feel absolutely gorgeous.
No. See, what you're talking about is validation. Validation and making a woman feel.
You're saying that a woman has to feel validated.
No, I did not say that. I said every woman wants to feel beautiful.
Yes.
Feeling validated and feeling beautiful is not the same thing. And the fact that you don't know that means that there's a man out there who does know that, and he's going to hit you, and you're not even going to see it
I
coming.
can promise you, I'm uninterested. 10. I'm like, what, sir? I don't. There's not even when I hear and first of all, I hate it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But you're not going to sell me on your statement whatsoever.
No, I don't have. Listen, I'm not trying to sell you. Listen, I'm just a messenger. What you do with? I said this in the beginning, right? In the beginning of this podcast, I literally said, like, I give you the information, and whatever you choose to do with that information, how you choose to internalize it, is on you, right? But I give you the information for free, right? If you choose to accept it or deny it, that's on you. I'm not going to fight you on it. What I will do though, so
you think that woman genuinely loves that man in the event if he lost all 7 of his figures?
So again, I'm with you on that one. I believe she's full of shit, right? But that's not the discussion right now. The discussion right now is whether or not making a woman feel beautiful and making a woman feel validated is the same thing. And in my opinion, it is not. Because I have made women feel, you can literally make a woman feel beautiful, right? Without them feeling validated. And the fact that you don't know the difference between those two means that there's a man out there.
There's no difference.
There is a difference.
So you're saying that a woman had a man. See, I'm not gonna agree with you. We're gonna have to.
So now I gotta bring in
disagree.
No, so now I gotta bring in now I gotta bring in the pimp hoe dynamic, right? A pimp can make a woman feel sexy and make them feel beautiful, but at the same time not validating them as a woman. They will call them a bi, they'll call them a hoe, they'll call them all these things, but they'll at the same time they'll tell them that they sexy.
Because then you're saying that they have to be validated in that moment, which gives them the pulling of the shoulders back and feeling great.
No, not at all. I can literally tell you, or I can literally say to you as a woman, you're beautiful, you're God's gift. You know, you are the center of the universe. You bring life into the earth. I can say all types of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Me personally, I won't say that. My approach is totally different. That's not what I do, right? My whole shit is like, what do you like? And I go on that. Oh, you like this? Okay, we could do this, right? My whole approach is all about you. What do you like? What do you want to do? My approach is validation. But I've seen men in real time tell a woman that she's beautiful, and she's like, right? Yeah. In the pants that night. I've seen other men do that approach and get shot down. You know what I mean? Like a fighter plane in World War II. I've seen it, right? But then I've also seen men tell or treat a woman a certain way where they degrade the woman because they understand that this woman's beauty is something that she hasn't recognized within herself. And what I'm saying to you right now is it is men like that who can see the beauty within a woman and tell a woman that she's beautiful, but at the same time, degrade them and make the woman want them more. Because now this woman who has been raised all their life thinking that they wasn't shit, has a man telling them, you ain't shit, but you're still pretty. And next thing you know, drawers are off and they having sex. I've seen this shit in real time, bro.
Sis, don't do it.
Listen, I'm just telling you about my experiences and being around dudes who do that.
Listen, I get it all the time. I understand. However, that does not apply to good thing any of my friends for the most part. Not all of them. Because some of them I believe like, my vagina wet. I'm like, girl, your vagina was already wet. Just
no, and that too, I agree with you with 1000%, right? Because a lot of times what I've found is a woman will be into a man before they realize that they're into the man. And by the time that they realize that they're into the man, their drawers are already off. They're like, wait a second, I didn't think that I was gonna.
My drawers will come off. I can meet you in 5 seconds and take my drawers off, and then not ever speak to you again in life. And guess what? I'm gonna say, you know what? I feel even more beautiful.
Okay, I'll give you a prime example where a woman felt beautiful without me telling her that she was beautiful. Go. I'm gonna go. You want me to go? It was at Chris Michaels. I was at Chris Michaels when I was single, and there was this woman who's being approached by dudes that she did not like, she did not want, right? They kept coming after her, and she said, no, 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 and they wouldn't leave her alone. You know what I did? I went into that woman. I'm like, hey, babe, where you been? I went to the bathroom and then I came out and I couldn't find you. You know, like you okay? And she's like, oh nah, like Poppy, this man, he's been harassing me. I'm like, yo, dude, leave my girl alone. I don't know this woman from Adam. She's like, yo, Posh, he's been harassing me. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yo, leave my chick alone. Like, you're going to have problems with me. Oh, no. I didn't know she was single. Don't you know I got a date with that woman?
Well, absolutely.
Don't you know? Don't you know she asked me for her number and then she called me and she was just like, yo, we need to go out on a date. That date didn't work out because she wasn't my type, but I was just like, all right. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you make a woman feel beautiful without you ever saying, yo, you're beautiful.
Totally get all of that stuff, but it doesn't apply. Okay, you told me already that it won't apply to me.
So what you talking? You talking in circles right now.
I'm not. I just said I'm giving up.
All right, because you the alpha, but at the same time, who the alpha in this?
I'm always the alpha.
Yeah, but you're the alpha, but who's the alpha in this?
There's never.
Who's the alpha in this?
Me, always.
You the alpha, but who's the alpha in this?
It doesn't apply. It doesn't apply. It doesn't even
okay.
make sense.
See, you can't even say who the alpha is. Who the alpha in this?
Me.
And who else?
Just me.
Oh, okay. Keep dreaming.
Just me.
You be the only one who the alpha in this in your mind. Keep playing with me.
Me and Fashionista are the alphas.
Right? Why? Because I understand. Listen, I understand women on a level where it's not like I have to get in your pants. I understand women to the level where it's like, you know what? She don't want to be in that situation. Let me get her out that situation. And I know for a fact that if I get her out that situation, I don't never have to say that she's beautiful.
Yes, I get all of that stuff, but that still doesn't apply to any of the other shit. Because but I don't know, men that are able to catch a woman's attention without, like, I'm dating a guy, he's like that. He has no interest in like speaking to a woman. He wants a woman to come to him. I'm not that woman. Like I don't know if it's because I wasn't raised that way. I don't know. Like I'm not a woman that and I've been asked that multiple times. Like, oh, do you approach me? I will tell them, man, they smell good. I will tell them, man, they look good. All of that, and I leave them alone. I'm not the girl that, I'm saying at the bar, don't buy me a fucking drink because you can't afford what I drink. I'm gonna buy it myself. But if you want to buy it, go right ahead. But don't look at the bill like. Now I'm like, sir, I told you I'll just buy it myself.
Right.
Okay, so I get you.
So it doesn't. Any of those things are not gonna work because once you're for me, if you're comfortable in any space that you're in, no one's gonna get kiki. Like I would be annoyed with myself if I got kiki over anything. Like, girl, you let that stupid line get you. Like, get out of here. And I would be the conversation to myself because I was finding shit funny.
Okay, I got another situation for you. Right? I got another situation for you.
Alpha male.
My dude, you the one who called me that. I ain't call myself that.
I
literally told you I'm not an alpha. I told you I'm a sigma. Did I not tell you? Don't make me go to the receipts. You know I got you on videotape. I got you on videotape. Don't play with me, sis.
Look at me dead.
Okay, don't play with me, sis. All right, because you know you the one who called me that, and I literally said, "What was my response when you called me an alpha?" Because it's already posted.
Let me hear your other shenanigans. Come on.
Okay, so here's another situation. I had a situation where I literally picked up a chick who was walking on the street. Right, she had just came out of the situation, and I didn't know this, but my instinct was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to hit tonight. Definitely going to hit tonight." Right? She was walking on the street, and I helped her out. And my intent was not to hit, right? But after she got in my car, I was just like, and she started talking to me. I was already like, she was already in an appreciative mode. And I literally told her, I don't want to have sex with you. Where do you need to go? Right? Because she was lost. And I was just like, yo, sis, where do you need to go? She was just like, I need to get here. Am I anywhere near there? I'm like, that's like 10 miles away. You are nowhere near there. She told me about her situation. I helped her out. I was just like, we could go there. She was just like, yo, do you live around here? I was like, yeah. She was like, do you smoke? I was like, yeah. She was like, you want to smoke?
Yeah.
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 Right? She came over to my crib. She
Yeah.
literally came over to my crib. She was just like, yo, right? She told me what her situation was. I was just like, damn, that's fucked up that he did that to you. I would never do that to you. Listen, chill out. This woman spent like 24 hours in my crib. 24 hours in my crib.
That's
right?
She need a job. That's some shit to do.
Yo, 24. This was on the weekend, right? Spent 24 hours in my crib, right? I went. This was like I picked like 8 or 9 o'clock, right? She didn't leave. Not 24. So I like 12 to 16 hours because she left like around like 1 o'clock in the morning, right? I mean, in the night, in the afternoon. Sorry, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? So it was like the next day, but like in the afternoon, right? I took her to her house. I don't know what she told her husband, but I know this much, right? She was my chick that night. She was my chick, and this was like a Russian Polish chick. You understand what I'm saying? She was my chick that night, and she was blowing up my phone because whatever her husband wasn't giving her, I was giving her in that night. Do you understand what I'm saying? And at no time did I say that you're beautiful. At no time did I say you're sexy. All I said is, yo, do you need help? What do you need? What are you going through? You understand? No, you don't have to do this with me. No. Do you know how far you'll get with a woman if you say, no, you don't have to do this?
Absolutely.
You understand? If you say to a woman, I don't want to have sex with you, the first thing that jumps into their mind is having sex.
Absolutely.
So at what point do you think that I'm not what you said I am? And at what point do you not think that I could make a woman feel beautiful without ever having saying it? Please, sis, tell me. I'll wait.
You need to use a different word then. I don't know what other word you need to use. What beautiful isn't it?
Right? I said to you.
Secure. You can say you make them feel safe and secure is the same thing.
But when you feel safe and secure, when a woman feels safe and secure, listen, I know this from my own wife, right? When a woman feels safe and secure, what do they also feel?
Beautiful.
There you go. So why are you fighting me on something I already know?
Because because
you sound like Emma Fudd right now.
No, I don't. From my personal experience, that doesn't work for me.
No, because you haven't had a man who actually made you feel beautiful.
I'm not stuttering at all. I don't need to have that imposed upon me because I feel beautiful all of the time.
So what I'm saying to you,
out of me, I'm confident, I'm comfortable, I'm secure and safe. So I don't have any. And I've had multiple men that have done that, and what they don't understand is they try so hard, which I appreciate, but I already have those things.
So what I'm going to say to you, right? And I already cracked the code on you, is that what these men have said to you has made you feel pretty. It's made you feel wanted, right? And it was a lust factor, right? You felt lusted after, right? But you never felt beautiful. And the reason why I say that is you feeling beautiful is not an external thing, right? The beauty that women naturally exude, and it's this, every woman has this. Every woman has this, right? Is something that in this society, especially in the United States, you're taught that if you don't fit into a certain box, then you can never be beautiful, right? And the beauty aspect doesn't come from without, it comes from within. And it doesn't come from me telling you, right? It comes from me falling back and letting you get to the point where you're like, bitch, I am that bitch. Hold on a second. And once a woman gets to the point where they realize they are that chick, and I don't have to say anything, I know that's it. Because I don't have to tell you what it is. You already know what it is. And all I did was fall back and let you experience you. Period.
So that's what I just said, and you just told me I was stuttering.
No, I did not tell you were wrong. I didn't say you were wrong at all. All I did is confirm what you said. Right?
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that there's still a piece of you that's so resistant to
not.
having. No, let me finish. Listen, I know I'm not the man for you, but there is a man out there who knows what I know. And I don't mean that in any crazy way, right? There is a man out there who is for you, who when you meet him, he's gonna be like, oh, I got you. I know exactly what you need. And you're in this mode where like, I don't need shit from anybody outside of me. See, it's bomb chicka wow wow. It's exactly that. Right? And the way he's gonna get it and the way he's gonna do it, you're gonna be like, this motherfucker was right. I can't stand this man. Yo, sis, your husband was right. Don't never tell him that shit. Don't never tell him he was right. He was right though, but don't tell him that shit because he gonna come back to me on some bullshit.
I don't think that's gonna ever happen.
No, it is. I'm telling you right now. Just listen. Just like how.
And that's what
Just like how I told Ted that he was gonna have kids. He's like, I'm never gonna have kids. It's never gonna happen.
But
2 sons later.
2 sons later, right? 2 kids. But this is the thing.
Nuclear family.
This is the thing, right? When you get to the point where you are comfortable enough to be vulnerable, is when it's going to happen. You're not comfortable enough to be vulnerable because of whatever your experience was. Excuse you?
I am vulnerable. I know how to be a girl. I can be soft and warm and fuzzy. But I also know that at my age, I'm not waiting for fucking butterflies and rainbows. And I have, it's a very hard thing I love a man to be a man because I love to do nothing. I love being the girl. I love the guy that I'm dating right now. He opens doors. With him, I feel like I don't even bring a wallet anymore. I just put my identification in my back pocket just in case somebody can find it and identify the body. That's it. I enjoy that when we walk places that other women, because of the way he handles me, makes me very soft. But that still don't make me like, I'm like, that's nice because those are the things he's supposed to do.
So why are you not with him?
Because I know how I'm supposed to be treated.
So why are you not with him? Why are you not with him? Why are you not with him?
Because I like my. Didn't we just have this conversation?
No, we didn't have this conversation.
You know why? I love my singledom.
No. So that means that you're not willing to be vulnerable, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why if you're willing to listen. Are you willing to listen?
I'm all ears because I love when everybody wants to tell me.
Vulnerability has less to do with how you feel about the other person and what they can do for you, and you being able to accept the fact that you need to let go.
Why is his voice getting deeper and deeper?
Because this is his.
My voice did not get deeper.
It did.
He was like, yo, you was like,
voice. I'm going to use a tone so that I can.
Then I did it inadvertently. Listen, I totally did it inadvertently because I didn't realize I was doing it, to be honest with you.
And I'm going to display that I am the man. And when you
is that what you done?
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. Listen.
I didn't interrupt you. That was fashionista. I was quiet.
Listen. I'm just trying to tell you that you're not at the point where you're vulnerable enough to accept another person into your life. Vulnerability has to.
Well, the problem. I'm gonna interrupt you.
Well, obviously, she haven't found that guy to do it.
That's what I'm saying. We're on the same page.
My thing is, I don't want to live with any. I think I've crossed the threshold of place where like I'm gonna do this again. I like coming home and doing what I want. I like not thinking if somebody ate. I come in and the bag I left on my counter this morning is still sitting in the same spot. I like that. Guess what? There's no piss on my toilet seat. My toilet seat is down. I like that when I get out of my bed and I make it, it's made, and I don't have to come on my. These are things that I am so comfortable with that whomever and the gentleman, I said to him, I said, yo, I can see us dating for 30 years. Why? Because we're similar in that manner. Like, he does not want to live. He doesn't say anything. He's like, I would never move in with anybody. I could afford my rent. He's like, I like to go. So we have the very much so similarities. We like to vacation together. Like, we love it. I love that I can be a girl, which is very. I don't even think when we go out. I don't ask where I'm going. I don't nothing. I literally am.
Just go.
Just go. Be ready. Okay. That's it.
That's awesome.
But
That is awesome.
To do all of that stuff. And the other problem is, if I'm moving with somebody, I want to have a multi-family house and I need my boyfriend and my girlfriend. And he's even cool with that. I'm winning.
Okay. So listen, I'm not gonna fight you on it anymore. We're gonna go into the next video. No, listen. You said what you have to say. I'm not mad at you. Again, I am just a messenger. What you do with that information is literally up to you. I do that straight across the board on any information I give people, because I, unlike most people, like, I understand my life experiences, and I understand where I should give the message. You know, if I give the message and you're adamant against the message, then it is what it is. You know, if you're accepting of the message, then it is what it is. I don't feel bad or I don't feel hurt. You know, I'm not one of those type of people. You know what I mean?
This is my only boyfriend for me right here.
So we're gonna move on to one more, and this is gonna be the last one, and then we got to get off because I got other stuff to do.
Yeah.
Don't rush us off.
My negress. Okay, so what do you guys want to talk about this time? We have sexual vampire and do women lie to reduce competition?
First one.
She's a sexual vampire.
Stop moving my. I can't pick up one dog and not the other. Stop. See, that's why you don't get picked up, because you do white people stuff. I want to kiss in the mouth.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let me put my glass.
You've already done that, and I told you what happened.
Like, what would you say if I?
Sorry, I got started over. I'm sorry.
Like, what would you say if I told you that? Fuck it.
No, you've already done that, and I told you what happened.
Like, what would you say if I told you that I needed your nut? Like, I need it.
I would say, what is it that you? Why do you need that?
Just, I want to taste it. I want to know what it's like. Like, your energy is so amazing. Like,
Thank you.
And I can only imagine how uplifting it would be to, like, swallow your nut. Like I feel like your aura, like that, like it would be inside me then. Like I would have like your part of your soul, you know, would be inside me, and I really want that.
So
I'm gonna be quiet.
I did not think that was gonna go that way.
That is not what I expected with sexual vampire. I did not think that was the all you fashionista, all you.
I want
all you. That's all you.
That's crazy.
I'm not talking.
You're not
Why would
talking?
you just swallow that man's nut? I have so many questions. Are they together? Like, are they in a relationship?
Doesn't look like it.
No, it is. Well, to me, it came across like it was like the first or second date. Listen, I've
Right?
had
They
so
were
many
not together.
experiences like
Like
this. So
I got the same thing. Like I didn't think that they were together because he looked like, why would you want to do that? Because I feel like that's not something you ask. Like you just do it.
so there's women out there who literally they hunt dudes for their energy. I call them sexual vampires or soul vampires because they believe that if they can get a guy to have sex with them, then they can control the man. And it's usually guys who have positive energy, like high uplifting energy, and they're like they're emotional sexual vampires. They try to drain that man of that energy because it feels good. I've seen videos of women doing it, you know, saying it like, I just want him because he has this, and I like. Then they want to corrupt the man. They want to make him into something lesser so they can go on to the next man, and they drain that man of their energy. They're called succubi or succubuses.
What are they called?
A succubus.
Succubus.
Succubus are fictional entities that like to drain men of their soul or spiritual energy. There's a whole show about it called The Lost Girl. If you never watched it, it's awesome. The Lost Girl.
So I don't even know what to say. I think that's crazy.
My first
well, let me fix that. I don't have any problems with swallowing. Like I don't see that being the problem.
No, so this is the thing. I had a girlfriend, my first girlfriend out of college, Mango, right? She literally said that to me. She was just like, your energy is so good. I love having sex with you. I love doing this with you. I love doing that with you because you have this energy like this. And I was like a very positive, very like peace, love, want to give everything to everybody. Plus I was in martial arts at the time. I'm still a martial artist, but I was like martial arts heavy. I was like doing like in martial arts like 20 hours a week, right? And she had this thing for me to the point where like I would break up with her and she'd like hunt me down and break into my house, do all types of crazy shit because she was just like, yo, your energy is just all that.
After she swallowed your nut.
All that. She was like this. So it was funny because with me and her, it was like 3 months before we actually did anything. 3 months. And then when we did something, it was like she lost her damn mind. And then it was like, he's mine. Ain't nobody else getting him. Blah, 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 blah. But then she was still trying to do her own thing on the side.
It's so crazy to me. So I could just.
And she literally said to me, our first conversation was about the new Black Panther Party that was trying to be formed in the 1990s. And then it was, hey, do you like this sexually? Do you like that sexually? And then it became like this thing where she was constantly drawing. I remember I went out and she tried to like say, like, we met this woman and her husband, and this woman literally pulled me to the side after meeting her. It was just like, you need to get away from her because she's draining your energy. You're a very positive person, and she's not. She's literally with you because she wants your energy. And when I said that to her, she said to me, yeah, she was just like, you have really good energy. And I like, you know, I like doing this with you. And I like, because I feel like, she told me I want to be in your skin. She was the first woman to tell me that. She was one of those type of women. I want to be in your skin. And then with my ex-wife, when my ex-wife said that to me, I was like, ooh, you're crazy. Because my ex-wife did the same thing. She was just like, I want to be in your skin.
And still stood with her.
No, this is around the time that I was just like, okay, you crazy. I need to find a way out of this relationship.
That's crazy. First off, I don't know if I would be on the third date asking or the second date asking, can I swallow your nut? I mean, I don't know.
Listen, you might not do that, but there literally are women, and listen, you know my track record. Fashionista knows my track record. Like, I've been on literally hundreds of dates where, and I've had like a couple dozen women say to me on the first, second, or third date that what they wanted to do with me, how they wanted to do it. And again, I am not Jamie Foxx. I'm not Jamie Foxx handsome. You know what I mean? I personally feel I'm Jay-Z handsome, right? But I've had women tell me, no, you're actually like Omar Epps handsome. Yeah, not Mekhi Phifer handsome, but Omar
no,
Epps.
like
Yeah,
I get them confused. Hold on. Oh my god.
see what I'm saying?
Because they both have buggy eyes.
Yeah. So my whole and to me, I'm like Omar Epps is like more handsome than me, and I was pulling them.
But someone asked you like on a third date to swallow your nut.
First date.
I never think. See, I need to know your diet before I swallow your nut. Like that's how my brain thinks. Like if I see you a person like drink a lot of liquor, and if you go out and you like eating a burger and you're not really a couple of times. Yeah, I don't see you like eating fruits and vegetables.
Your water.
Listen, I'm a very fruits and vegetable, fish, chicken type of person. Right?
That means you're gonna have funky spunk. Y'all never heard of funky spunk?
I've heard of it, but as a man, I don't do that, so I don't know how any of that is.
Sex in the City. Samantha said, "No one ever wants funky spunk," and I remember thinking in my 20s, like, I don't know what that is because I never had nut in my mouth.
Give me a second. I need to pause. I gotta change the battery. We've been on too long. We got 5 more minutes.
Because you got us talking, and we tired. I didn't want to talk about funky spunk.
Keep talking. You don't need me to keep talking.
Well, is it recording? I don't want to keep talking.
It is still recording.
Oh, yeah. So then I keep talking. The funky spunk is when men you don't wash and you got sweaty, stinky balls, and then what comes out is what your bad diet, and it tastes disgusting.
Did you just say all white men? Did you just say white men?
No, I didn't say white men. I didn't say white men at all.
All men who don't.
All men that have poor diets, their spunk is disgusting. I perfected putting nut in my mouth because I'll spit that shit out in a minute in their shirt or their drawers. Because I'm like, you bust a load in my mouth and it's disgusting. So for these women that want someone to bust a load in their mouth, I hope in your asking phase that you've watched their diet.
Yeah, like.
I mean, because first off, I think all men, if a woman doesn't ask and you just swallow their nut from the beginning, they're in love. Just my thought process. Not like love, but like
love.
Yeah,
hard eyes.
Yeah, literally. Wait.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's
just
not
do that period because a lot.
I don't. I went through
curling.
Fashionista can tell you. I went through the phase where I was drinking everything. I literally from moonshine all the way to scissor. Like I have like literally she'd come over to my house and I have like every single type of liquor and I have like 20 bottles, including like syrup. And I mix that shit every fucking day. Like, so that was not my best period. But before that, like when I met when I met Mango, say it again.
You was going through a lot.
Yeah, I was going through a lot at the time. I'm good. I'm better now. It's like the X-Men. We got better. You know what I mean? But at that time, before that time, when I was like consistently in martial arts and I was doing my stuff and you know what I mean? I was like, it was fish, a lot of fruits, and chicken. I never ate like red meat or pork. And listen, I had a girlfriend who like constantly, she loved doing that. And one time, like I drank, I went out with some friends and I got drunk and like she called me and she came over and she was just like, "Oh my God, what did you eat tonight?" And I'm like, you know what I mean? So I understand it from that perspective, but yeah, I personally have always been healthy. This is why like I'm almost 50 and I'm not like super huge or, you know what I mean? I don't have like a gut and I don't, you know what I mean? I don't, because I work out, you know what I mean? So it's like, I have that martial arts mentality that like my seafood, like 20 something years drilled into me, where it's like, if you want to stay healthy and you want to live long, you can't do certain things.
Well, the Akinelli song "Swallowing," gargling, isn't that his song?
You stupid. And with that, there's one final video that I want to show us, and I don't think we're gonna have a discussion on this one, but I think we should definitely watch this video.
I don't know why you didn't like my reference. I referenced a fact. It was factual.
We're gonna watch 2 videos. We're gonna watch this and then watch 2 videos. We're not gonna talk about them. We're just gonna watch them.
I'm asleep. I mean, Vasha needs to sleep.
You're like, but why?
She's thinking about Akinelli swallowing, giving bitches permanent beards. Put your lips here. Sorry.
With his dad. Hey, check out.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Exactly.
Slept with his dad. Hey, check out CJ.
If you really love me, you would delete all the girls in your contact list.
That's crazy. Even my mom?
Especially your mom.
What? You know what? I'm done with you. Goodbye.
So pathetic.
We should say something to her that'll ruin her life forever.
I know just the thing.
Hey, CJ. We just wanted to tell you something. It looks like another man broke up with you. And we wanted you to know he didn't deserve you anyway. He didn't?
No, you're the best thing that's ever happened to him.
Yeah, you're right.
You deserve to be treated like a queen. And nothing you did was wrong. Everything is his fault.
You really think so?
Yes. Don't change anything about you.
You're literally perfect.
Wow, thanks, guys.
I was just about to self-reflect on all my failed relationships and take a long, hard look in the mirror.
But instead, I'll just keep blaming all my dating problems on other people.
Exactly.
So you see, lying to your girlfriends makes you look like a good person, while also decreasing competition in the dating pool. If you told your friend the truth, she might improve herself and find a more suitable mate than you. So instead, just lie. It'll make her feel better and allow you to marry a better husband. Telling your friends the truth, not even once.
And then I slept.
So it's that one. It's that one. And then we have why? The Whites Wander.
What?
What?
He follows. Hi, guy. Hey.
Do you know he followed us, right?
Yeah, that's what I
He
said.
did.
Hi. Yeah.
Yay.
Why the Whites Wonder?
Mhm.
Lie to my friend. I don't lie to my friends. That's why they don't even tell me because I'm so honest. I'm like, sorry, if not sorry.
I know.
But I have a quick question. Do women really do that? Do they really mess up like other women so they could have like men?
I don't know.
Yes or no?
The petty bitches, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. But I don't think some. I think some women do it just to do it. I don't think they have an underlining
Reason for it?
Yeah, I think they just.
All right. So I haven't seen this Why the Whites Wonder, but he follows us, so I'm gonna give him some love. So do you want the full one or is this one good?
That one's fine.
This is fine. Okay.
On this episode of What? The Whites Wonder. Excuse me, young sir. Did you just do a backflip into still water? And not just any still water. Toxic, bacterial, trash infested still water? For what? For views? Because it can't be for anything else. You can't tell me you're like, oh, it's for research. What research? How to get a urinary tract infection quickly? Social media is going to unalive some of y'all.
A lot of them.
I feel like a lot of y'all do this stuff. You do it for the high, and you do it because you need some sort of validation, and social media gives you that instant validation, whether it be just likes, right? People in the comments are talking crazy, but you have like 155,000 cajillion likes. You think that you're doing something.
Right.
Careful, y'all, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just saying, be careful. because this is wild activity. But hey, toxic or not, you're still getting the certification. By the way, certification, you're probably gonna get an infection edition.
Yeah, pink eye, then growing another eye.
That was nasty. Como sucio. Ay, ay.
I don't even understand.
Mm-mm. That was nasty.
First off, that was nasty. No more, no less.
Woo. Mm-mm. Anyway, this has been the latest episode of the B Savage podcast. I am the Brilliant Savage, and these are my beautiful co-hosts, Savage Fashionista and Savage Honey and her doggies. You're like the dude from Naruto. Anyway, with all those dogs. Anyway, love you. You guys have a night. Have a beautiful night. Blessings. Love you.
Good
love
night.
you. Speak to you
Bye.
later. Bye.